of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Traffic making its way across the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and Oakland, California. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Jrue Holiday is in his 8th season with the Pelicans. He said, "I've been here the longest with the possible exception of the security guard. There was a ball boy who was here before me, but now he's one of our coaches." Kevin, he's still all in and trying to help the Big Easy get back to the playoffs.
Terrific. David, thanks. A moment here now to see the numbers for Klay Thompson.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiseman's out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Outside, Green. Curry against Holiday.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Tipped away. The kick out to Holiday. 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Middleton looking it over. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Green against Antetokounmpo. Green with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Second chance shot. It doesn't go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Wiggins finds Curry. Back to Wiggins.
The length of Middleton, really an asset on defense for him. He's so good at getting his hands up quickly to contest shots.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Curry against Holiday. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Here's DiVincenzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim, can GA take your breath away?
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Thompson outside. It's Curry outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks leading by 6. Pass to DiVincenzo.
Looking now at the numbers for Middleton. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Warriors trail by 8. Taken away by Holiday. Pushing it up. Three-pointer. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You take a look at the Warriors, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Warriors trail by 12. Here's Thompson. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Outside Curry. Over Holiday. And the Warriors miss again.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Curry against Holiday. Pass to Green. Thompson outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes long. Milwaukee leading by 14. DiVincenzo with it. Wiseman picks him up. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Over Green. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Timeout called, the Warriors.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Klay Thompson, #1. Second, Stephen Curry.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Holiday against Curry. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. Here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And the Bucks miss again. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. Now here's Thompson. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Outside Curry. Fires the three. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound #8 now on the night. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Off target with the jump hook. Warriors trail by 12. Curry with the bounce pass. They kick it out to Green. The rebound by Middleton.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. Thompson passes to Curry. Passes it to Green.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Giannis passes to Holiday. It's stolen by Wiseman.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On its way from Curry for two. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Curry deciding where to go with it. The pass to Bielitsa. There's the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Bielitsa's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. The Bucks have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Portis, the pass to Connaughton. To the paint. Here's Hill, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Stephen Curry.
Really terrific work from Hill, angling his body perfectly on the shot and forcing the defense to act.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Hill.
And in my opinion, Hill is simply one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. While he's not that tall, he's got exceedingly long arms, and he does a great job using that length to dissuade passes and to challenge shots.
Both free throws good from Hill.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
And here is Lee. Outside Curry. And he converts the layup. Curry's got 8.
How about the precision there from the crafty one? Curry expertly fighting through the D on those type of shots.
Bounce pass from Hill. Bielitsa. Oh!
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Here's Bielitsa after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Looney, outside Curry. Lee outside. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Bielitsa atop the key. Off target from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the. Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Here's Curry following the basket by Giannis. Takes the 3. The shot by Curry, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the rejection by Curry. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors trail by 11. Lee outside. Pass to Curry. Beyond the arc.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Warriors shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Launches it from beyond the arc and then some. He's got 11.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 10. Passes to Bielitsa. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
The Bucks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the Warriors making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Allen's checked in for Pat Connaughton. On the free throw, no good. Warriors trail by 12. Outside for Curry, over Hill. Curry's shot is off. And Milwaukee has possession. Hood, the pass to Hill. That 3 off the mark. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And it's the Warriors' ball. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. That shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Allen. And Lee pulls it down. Now the Warriors moving it up. Porter's running. Curry, good.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Now here's Allen. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket by Hill.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Warriors trail by 12. Now Curry. 20 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Lets it go from deep. The shot no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying times.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger. I think that there was a lot of pressure put on our team from outside, and to be able to withstand that, to be able to still go out there and play every day.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Allen is out there with Hill. And it's Hood in at the small forward. First one falls for him. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Now here's Curry. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Hood with it. He's picked up by Lee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. In the third spot, the Bucks.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Hood.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Now here's Lee. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Warriors trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Golden State moving the ball around. Curry against Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Porter. Tight defense on him. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, you got to have a plan for Giannis on the drive. I mean, he's extremely aggressive. The defense really unable to handle it.
First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Wiseman's checked in for Kevon Looney. Green comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Thompson in for Damian Lee. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. It's an 18-point game. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Allen right side. No good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Porter. And just miss after miss right now. Bucks leading by 18. Floats it up for Giannis.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Timeout called the Warriors. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Steph Curry. The Bucks also with the sub. Holiday's checked in. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Kicks to Porter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Bucks.
You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
DiVincenzo with it. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And Lopez has it in the corner. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And Green with the basket on the assist by Wiggins.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Middleton outside. To the middle. Here's Giannis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Now here's Thompson. Wiggins passes to Wiseman. Thompson for the triple. Drills it from outside. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
Giannis outside. The pass to Holiday. Middleton with it, guarded by Porter. Inside, here's Green. Rebound, Milwaukee. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Count that one. Green's got his 2nd basket.
A team-first player. When Thompson notices one of his guys is uncovered, he is willing to get it to him.
Now here is Holiday. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. He kicks it to Middleton. Back to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Warriors with the rebound. Wiseman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. On offense, here are the Warriors. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Wiseman. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Wiggins. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And the agility from Thompson making an impact. He really just takes off for the dunk.
Milwaukee leading by 10. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes down. Giannis has got 16 points.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block him.
Here's Wiseman. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. 10-point lead. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Thompson. Back to Wiggins. And the wide open shot from Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Over in the corner, Portis. The three-pointer, no good. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and Portis throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Green, following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Wiggins, fires for 3. Here's Wiseman. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Bucks leading by 12. Portis finds Giannis. Now here's DiVincenzo. And again with the rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
They get it back.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Shot's good by Middleton.
Boy, when you've got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
Here's Wiseman, trailing by 17. Wiggins dishes to Thompson. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, Middleton is really dangerous on the drive. He often gets to the rim in a heartbeat and forces defenders to end up fouling him.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy 2 guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bielitsa, he checks in for Green, and Steph Curry is subbed in for Thompson. Hill, he's checked in for Milwaukee. So he gets them both. Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger.
One shot.
You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. That free throw good from Wiseman. Bucks leading by 16. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Bielitsa. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you've got to be careful with Middleton down low. I mean, He's very talented at how he gets defenders to bite in the post.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And that one falls for Middleton. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Bucks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Warriors trail by 18. Curry from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 16.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient. And when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and baskets on the defense.
Yep, that one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Curry. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Finished off the break.
So tenacious in the open floor. Give Wiggins some room to run, and he takes advantage of it.
Middleton outside. Passes it to Portis. Over Bielitsa. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Hill kicks to Middleton. Off target from three-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Warriors trail by 15.
Get there.
Wiggins surveying the floor. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Man, the way Curry scores the ball, whether he's driving to the rack or dropping bombs, he is fun to watch.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Chris Middleton. Now here's Wiggins. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. Iguodala, the pass to Wiggins. No good from outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Allen left side. Connaughton kicks to Hill. Here's Allen. It's tipped, and they get it back. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Curry. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter. Bucks leading by 12. Outside Hill. 1:05 left in the first half. Hood drives in and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Down low, here's Lopez. And again, unable to change momentum here.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And when you see Wiggins starting to develop that mindset, that mental edge, knows he has the defender in trouble, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, there's no question the talent is there for Wiggins. It's obvious. But can he take that next leap forward and become a superstar? He may be destined to be a good second star on the team and maybe not the leading guy.
The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And both free throws good for Wiggins. 36 seconds left here in the second. And it's Hill penetrating. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. And a wide open look for Porter. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Holiday against Wiggins. And here's Holiday. And the drought, and the layup by Hood. Hood's got his second bucket of the night.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, you guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully, in the pick and rolls is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying, just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 20 points, 3 steals. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What made him worthy of that distinction? And would you please, for the audience, say his last name?
Anyway.
Say the last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Close. Here you go again. Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
But even it's Antetokounmpo. It's like a
like a boo, like a P.
Antetokounmpo.
Kumbo.
That's pretty good. He can fly.
What about him?
Oh man, listen, he doesn't settle. He goes at you. He dominates inside. Antetokounmpo. I will say his name correctly from now on.
Wow, that was actually pretty good.
Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna leave it as that.
Antetokounmpo. 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 Got it.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Curry has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And here are the Warriors now. They trail by 7. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiseman in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Stephen Curry. Now Lopez. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. And that one's good. Wiggins.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch-and-shoot game, too.
And Holiday, here we go. It's good. Holiday's got 10.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Curry passes to Wiseman. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
The Bucks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Middleton against Wiggins. Now here's Middleton. He's guarded closely.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And the pass to DiVincenzo. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And Holiday, here we go.
Great speed and tricks on the drive. Holiday excels at putting defenses in those compromising positions.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
And he knocks down the first one.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And so he hits both. Curry with it. He's got 23. Wiggins outside. Wiseman kicks to Curry. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Bounce pass, Lopez. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. That shot is off. Great D that time from Green. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Thompson. He's got 9. Outside Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Holiday, here we go. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbow. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Warriors have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 12. Middleton right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Middleton's got 11 points.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 15-6 run. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Misses the three. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Holiday against Thompson. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Antetokounmpo against Curry. Right side, Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 5 assists tonight.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
2 points. That one goes. Middleton's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 28 points for Steph Curry.
A fantastic passer at his position. Green's understanding for when to dish it is really impressive.
Now here's Giannis. 24 points for him. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Portis is checked in. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Thompson for the triple. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Now here is Holiday. 12 points for him. Pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. Here's Portis. Wiggins with the rebound. Warriors leading by 3. Iguodala kicks to Wiggins. To the paint. Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah!
What a play!
Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Wiseman. And Porter subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. The Bucks also changing it up. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Grayson Allen comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And George Hills subbed in for Drew Holiday. Up top, Portis. He's covered by Bielitsa. Hill drives in. Curry with the defensive effort. Warriors leading by 7. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Pass to Iguodala. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off the mark. And Milwaukee the other way now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. The offensive rebound. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Antetokounmpo.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Curry, wide open, sinks the triple. Curry's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Warriors.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Iguodala. Allen for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Middleton. He's not too far away from a spot in the starting 5. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. And we hear of players attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Klay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Thompson, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Curry way outside. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Porter with the steal. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Hood's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. They have a 9-point lead. The pass to Thompson. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Curry. He's averaging 30 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Milwaukee. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well.
And I think for the Bucks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision, and pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
Curry against Hill. Curry passes to Looney. And Thompson kicks to Bielitsa. Pass to Porter. The 3-ball sinks the 3-pointer. Porter's got 11 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
The Bucks working the ball around. Hood can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And when Porter is committed to finishing, there's no stopping him, looking absolutely determined on that drive.
Inside. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Allen.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Hill against Curry. Porter at the elbow. Shot clock at 5. Back to Curry. And the shot is good. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
And here is Curry. From deep 3-point range. Off the mark. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, up 10. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, and I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's George Hill. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. Here's Curry. Pass to Wiggins. The rebound by the Bucks. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Hill.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Curry against Hill. Outside Curry. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 39.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Green against Hill. It's rebounded by Golden State. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge. And it's Wiggins missing. Bucks trail by 9. Hood drives in. Curry with the defensive effort. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Warriors leading by 7. To the middle, here's Green, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 8th assist in the game. And so he'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Passes to Portis. It's back to Hill. Count it, good. 12 points for Hill.
You know, Hill is long and athletic, but deceptively strong, as he showed you there, using his body well.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside Porter. Outside Green. And there's the pass to Bielitsa. Connects from three-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Hood with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Hill, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now Hill. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hill's got 7 points for the quarter.
And these deep bombs from Hill take a lot of focus. I mean, really commendable how he keeps his eye on the target.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Hood, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And so it's Golden State with it. Outside Curry with the shot. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's DiVincenzo. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound in this one. On its way from Curry for 2, and the Warriors miss again. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Hill finds DiVincenzo. His 3-pointers off the mark. Warriors leading by 7. Bielitsa passes to Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 6. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Hood drives in. Curry with some nice D. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. It's Porter outside, and the rebound goes to Lopez. And here they come. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Here's Hood. It's rebounded by Curry. Curry's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the 3 ball is good. Wiggins has got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors. Hill with it. Pass to Portis. A shake. He takes it up and lays it in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Curry. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Start it.
And the Warriors with some changes. Heisman comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Klay Thompson in for Porter. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Hill. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. On the wing, Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Just 5 to shoot. Floats one, and Wiggins with the nice bucket inside. Wiggins has got 18 points now here in the second half. Holiday looking for an opening. DiVincenzo against Thompson. Passes it to Middleton. Wiggins with some nice D. Warriors leading by 14. Open shot. Thompson tries again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
That free throw good from Wiseman. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 16. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Wiggins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Green kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 21.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Middleton, shot to stop the run. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
And Holiday, here we go. That one, no good.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
And it's Wiggins missing. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. 19-point game. Fires the 3. Wiggins with some nice D.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Warriors lead by 21.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Tuesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Middleton. Clark, we know guys like LeBron and Michael Jordan will look for any perceived slight as a form of motivation. Was that something that you ever did as a player?
You know, Kevin, I really didn't go down that road. Now, had I played longer at the NBA level, I had a very short NBA career. Maybe I would have approached it that way. If there was a slight or if there was a player that gave you trouble and you needed to get back at him in some way, sure, you'd be motivated by that. But I don't know if I was hunting for bulletin board material. I sought to be intrinsically or self-motivated from the inside as opposed to looking for outside influences to move me forward.
Thompson outside. There's the pass to Wiseman. Over Lopez. Wiseman no good. Bucks trail by 17. Middleton with it. Now defended by Wiggins.
And the quickness of Middleton on the drive is really remarkable. I mean, he gets to the bucket so fast.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jrue Holiday.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That will be foul number 5 on him. So it's the Warriors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Wiggins against Middleton. 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Bucks trail by 15. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Middleton's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Versatility in an offensive player always appealing to me. And Chris Middleton is one of those guys who's got great versatility.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Curry against Holiday. Curry passes to Wiseman. On the wing, Thompson. It's deflected. Taken away by Holiday. A finish. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
A fantastic two-way player. Sometimes Holiday's best offense is what he creates through his defense.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday against Curry. Outside, Green. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. For three, Middleton. Milwaukee the rebound. Gets it down to single digits.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Pass to Green. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Green against Giannis. Green, no luck.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Middleton got a piece of it. They recover it. And that one, good. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella, Brook Lopez, coming up with a gigantic fourth quarter score.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Bucks. They're behind by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. It's taken away by Payton. Pass to Poole. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, a hot start for them offensively, but you were able to wear them down. So what changed?
We'll stick with the program, try not to turn the ball over too much, move the ball on offense, and continue our defensive pressure. Hopefully, we force them into misses eventually.
Well, it worked out for you in the second half, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.